Hi, I'm Miss Toy, and I want to welcome you to Inside the Haven, where we are mentoring minds and changing lives. And we do that by bringing you up close and personal conversations, young man, young lady, with business and career professionals. They'll tell you who they are, what they do, why they do it. In other words, I want to connect you and expose you to purpose, to different career paths, to help you identify and excel in your purpose. So with that, mom, dad, auntie, uncle, go get that young one you love and adore. We have a playwright in the house on today, and this lady is the bomb. So you want to hear from her. So with that, go get them and tell them they need to watch, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are still here mentoring minds and changing lives. And before I introduce my guest, I want to give you your encouragement for today, and that is, got brains, use them. We all have a brain, but you need to use it. There used to be commercials years ago that said a mind is a terrible thing to waste. How do you waste your mind? You know, there are kids in school today that they're afraid to shine. Smart as a whip, can get A's, but getting C's and D's and E's because they want to fit in with, maybe not necessarily the wrong group, but they want to fit in with the kids they think are more than they are. Well, you don't want to be around kids that they're not using their brain and allow yourself to be encouraged not to use yours either. You have the ability to do whatever it is you want to do. I know you have a dream. I know you want to do something big when you grow up or when you get out of college or whatever the case may be. Use your brain. Don't let it go to waste. Learn new words. Learn a new word every day. Take time to read books on your own. Don't wait for the teacher to tell you what to do. You know, be self-motivated to expand yourself and to grow and to gain knowledge and excel. You got a brain. Use it. All right? Okay. And so with that, before I bring my guests in, we're going to take one more break and we'll be back. Welcome back once again to Inside the Haven. And my guest today is Stacey Johnson of Stacey J Productions. So what is that? What is Stacey J Productions?
Stacey J Productions, at this time, we produce and write plays, but in the future, our goal is to also transition into film as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. That's wonderful. When I met you, we were at a conference.
Yes.
And the presentation that she gave was just so thorough and excellent and complete. And actually, I remember I just sensed the presence of the Lord when I was talking to you.
Praise God.
I'm like, are we supposed to be friends? Am I supposed to have, what is it? And so I said, well, let's have you on the show.
Thank you.
Let's have you on the show. And so I did get a chance to look at one of your plays, Consequences.
Yes.
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Thank you.
And so before we go any further, tell people how they can get a hold of you.
Good question. You can contact me at www.staceyjproductions.com. Stacey is spelled with an E-Y, S-T-A-C-E-Y. Or my email, contact@staceyjproductions.com. We have a Facebook page as well, and it is Stacey J Productions.
All right.
So there are 3 different ways, yes.
Okay. And so how did you get into writing plays?
Oh, wow. I would say we go back, I'm quite sure, about the age of my daughter, Autumn, around the age of maybe 8 or 9. I remember writing some dialogue on 3x5 index cards. At the age of 14, I am a graduate of Martin Luther King High School in Detroit.
Oh, wait. You said you were 8 or 9. Is that what you said?
Writing dialogue on index cards, right? And I've been on the stage since elementary school. I was always called to narrate plays and be involved on the stage, and so.
Wait. Did you ever wonder why they were calling on you?
I didn't understand the why until high school.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't understand the why until high school.
And what was the why?
The why, I didn't know that this is where God would be using me. Definitely. Yeah.
Right.
So.
It's something adults can see in you what you don't even see in yourself. And your purpose, I always say, your purpose is attracted to you and it's calling you. It's calling you. You don't even know, but it's calling you.
Okay.
In different ways, it's calling you, and you answered it.
Yes.
So I'm sorry I interrupted you. So you started when you were about 8 or 9.
Right, just as a child, writing a dialogue. And at the age of 14, I was invited to become part of an Attic Theater. Was a small theater in Detroit, in mainstream theater, and they had a Playwrights Guild class for high school students. It was a program that they were conducting with Detroit public high schools. I was too young to attend, but my drama teacher made sure that I was a part of that program.
And that's something.
And that's where the formal training came to write a play and learn how to put a play together, yes.
Wow, isn't that something? Wow. And that just sounded so much by design. It was just so designed and so led and pulled into where you are.
Yes.
Wow. So I want the next question is, why did you chosen this as a career? But it's obvious that our purpose is chosen for us if we, like you follow where you were led.
Correct.
Where you were led. So did you have any type of formal training though? Have you been to college for this, or has it been by reading through books, trial and error?
Good question. Hands-on. Very good question. Hands-on. And I actually wrote my first play in 2001, and it was produced by my former church in 2002. 2006, I formally started Stacey J Productions, LLC, and that's when I wrote, directed, and produced the first play. The first play I just wrote, but this particular play I was hands-on with the production and directing. So pretty much hands-on. I've written, I think we're at about 5 plays, but I've actually had 10 productions so far.
Wow.
So some of the plays we've done more than once.
So you've gotten to the point where, or have been recognized to the point where not only have you written something, but somebody has saw something in you or about you or your work that they said, just give it to us and we'll produce it for you, put everything together. And
yes, I've been blessed with a sponsor and a church that has paid and how can I say, mounted the plays and paid and produced the plays for me. Yes.
Can you give me their number? No. That is awesome.
Thank you.
That is awesome.
Yes,
That is awesome. Wow. Wow. I mean, everybody, it's something how when you're doing something big and it's your purpose, the help will come.
It will. It
will. The things you need will show up.
Right.
Yeah. Excuse me. So you said you've been so tell us again, how long have you actually been writing plays and producing them, and they've been come to fruition?
Good question. The first play I wrote was in 2001, A Woman of Courage. It was based on the book of Esther. And then I was a full-time police officer, and then in 2005, I believe, I broke my hand really bad, and it ended my career, and so had called me in November in 2007. I believe God had called me. I'm sorry, the first play was produced in 2011. I think I gave a wrong date, but 2011. And I've written, I believe I'm on my 5th play this year. And the name of this play for December the 9th, 2017, it's A Dream Deferred. And we're dealing with human trafficking. So it is about a young lady.
Heavy issue.
Honor student, 2-parent home, good parents that truly love her, but how easy it is for young ladies to become lured into human trafficking. And in my research, I've attended a lot of conferences and interviewed quite a few people, and I'm learning that a large amount of young ladies that get into human trafficking are lured in, and a lot of times they're not pulled off the street or kidnapped. That happens, but a large number of young ladies are lured in. Subtle, very, very subtle. Yes, a lot of times through meeting people on the internet or an app, or meeting people through social media, things like that. Yes.
I always say that a good kid can make a bad decision.
Yes.
Good kid, but they can still. The adults can do that. Can make a bad decision. A little bit about me. My a boyfriend I had at one time. He turned out. He grew up. We were childhood girlfriend, and he grew up to be a pimp. Girl, he was a pimp in every sense of the word. Had a couple women stand on the street corner, and tried to get me into that too. And he was my baby daddy. And the only reason why I stayed with him through high school was because I had this weird notion of that we should be a family, you know. But you know, thank God,
Yeah,
you know, when you don't when you don't know who you are, and you don't know that you have a purpose, you'll fall for anything, young people. You will, but you know, there are always adults in your life to help keep you on the straight and narrow. The only reason why I didn't fall into that is because my dad was in the background telling me, you know, I don't know, he must have knew something, you know, if you ever do that, he told me he was going to ride down the street and shoot me. I'm like, okay, you know, but thank God.
Yes.
Thank God. You know, I was being pushed to purpose,
Easy.
pushed out, you know.
Very easy.
Yeah, and so, but if I had not listened,
Right.
if I had not listened, you know, so praise God. Wow. So that's, I'm gonna have to drive down there and see that.
Please, we would love to have.
I'm gonna have to drive down there and see that. Wow. Wow. So do you now, or did you ever have a mentor in this thing?
Good. I have a couple of mentors, and we talk almost daily.
Oh, good.
Both of my mentors, and one of them is also my prayer partner. And there's so much to this business. There's understanding contracts, the writing the script, the production part. I don't direct and produce hands-on. We've been blessed where we have a team now that does that. And a lot of times you have, you know, productions are a collaborative effort, and so it's best to a lot of times bring people in to direct and produce and do the casting and hire the actors and work with them. But getting back to your question, there's so much to business and this choosing a venue, understanding the contracts at the venue. There's a lot on the business side, and that's definitely the advice I can give to people out there, especially for people who are very creative. And you see a lot of shows where artists, their careers are cut short because they knew the artistry side, but not the business side. But that's what will give you a lot of longevity, is learning the business, so you won't burn out and become disgruntled over a bad deal.
Oh, I was going to say, but get taken advantage of.
Yes, because it can happen easily. And I know I've been vulnerable to a couple of situations.
Wow.
But yes, working with, we have a support group as well. We have a group of about, I think maybe about 10 or 15 of us that meet periodically throughout the year. But we're very supportive in Detroit, and we're on the phone a lot with one another.
Do they do the same thing you do, or are they just in different business period?
They do the same thing I do. They all, we all put on plays. We all produce plays, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
It's good to have support like that, and I guess maybe you all mentor one another.
We do.
Yeah, and learn from one another and teach one another. That's great.
Yeah, and when I attend people's plays, I'm a student when I walk in the theater as well, because there's so much that you can learn from just being there, from their set, how their set is built. How they make use of different things, wardrobe, makeup. There's so many aspects to a production. And so when I'm in, I don't always enjoy it. I like the layperson. My brain is clicking. Oh, okay, I see how they did this. I see how they did that. So yes.
So you don't, I guess in anything, you don't have to know. I guess you need a little bit of understanding of everything, but you don't have to know it all of everything, as long as you know someone else who does.
Correct. And
or like you said,
you never
have an understanding of the business.
Yes, but you never arrive. You never arrive in this business. You never arrive. There's always something to learn. And more importantly, I think if you go into this business, understanding people is very important as well. Because you're dealing with a lot of actors. You're dealing with people who lighting and audio. You're dealing with venues. So understanding people is very, very important, and learning how to manage people as well. So there's a lot that goes into this, and you can be a very creative person, but if you don't understand people, work well with people, speak to people properly, get along with people, and conduct yourself in a professional manner, you'll have a short career as well. Yes. So
my sister-in-law, she worked at she's a clinical psychologist, but she teaches as well, and she worked at taught at a cooking school. I said, a cooking school? Psychology at a cooking school? She said, yeah, because you have to know how to deal with people. Yes. I'm like, well, I never thought a psychology class at a cooking college at a cooking school. So yeah, you're right. Had to know how to deal with people. So what do you like most about what you do?
I love the part when people come up to me afterwards, and sometimes it's right after the show or maybe 2 or 3 weeks or later, and when your show touches people, and people say, that was me there. And prayerfully, I am a faith-based writer, and so all of the plays will incorporate Christ some kind of way. In this particular play, it's very important for people to know that just because we get off of the road that God has for us, we can get back on, and there's a redemptive quality about the work, that we can get back on that road, and that the Lord, He always loves us no matter what we do, and no matter what we've done with our lives, He loves us. And what Romans 12:9 tells us, His gifts and His calling are irrevocable. He won't withdraw it. And so if people get off that road, they can always come back. So it's so important for people to understand that. And a lot of people, like myself, have made a lot of, we've made some mistakes in this world. And people need to know that that the Lord loves me. And it's not the end. And just because you got off that exit, you can get right back on that exit and continue what God has for your life. Very important.
I know that play I saw of yours, Consequences. Oh my God, there was one part I was in tears where I think the young girl had committed suicide. And then and the parents and with the people's reactions to it, and then the dance ministry came out. I'm like, oh my God, I was in tears, and then I was in worship. You know, that was just so phenomenal, awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
We try to hit on. We really try to hit on, and I, by me being a retired police officer, I saw a lot. I do have 2 officers that reoccur, but they're not the same officers. They take on different nationalities and different personalities.
Yeah, there was 2 officers in that play.
Yeah, and there are always 2 officers, Shannon and Johnson. And Shannon's my maiden name, but they always appear in the play. And in this particular play, they'll play a very critical role in law enforcement. I know a lot of people don't like or have issues with the police, and I understand that definitely. But you'll see there's a lot that the audience will definitely appreciate when they come to this play. But when people come and they give you a hug and they said that the play really touched them, the play helped them. The last play we did was about Alzheimer's. And we also dealt with it not only from the family or the victim's point of view, but from the caregiver's point of view. And to talk about what a caregiver goes through. And it could be a spouse or a daughter or a sibling, and how their life is affected, by that. And so when people say, hey, you hit that spot on, you did your research, that play really helped me out. Or people may not know that there's respite care. People may not know.
What is respite care?
Respite care is when people can get relief.
The caregiver can get relief.
Thank you. The caregiver can get relief 1 day a week, and it's for maybe 3 or 4 hours, and they could get relief to go maybe to the supermarket or
whatever they want to do.
Go for a walk or whatever they want to do. Yes.
Yeah, a young lady I know, she said she saw that one, and she said it was really good. It was really good. Yeah. Wow. So what's your greatest accomplishment so far?
Oh, wow. Our budget is growing, and that's always a good thing, and that we're able to pay the bills and pay the actors, and our budget definitely. So
when you started, was there a time when people just volunteered?
Yes. Yeah. I highly recommend that for people on their first play, to start off, with a smaller budget, if in a smaller venue, a very small venue, maybe 2 or 3 shows at that particular venue. Yes, but our budget is growing, our audience is growing, and so those things. But with that comes bigger responsibility and different things, and a little bit more pressure.
Well, you must be able to handle it, though.
Yes, you have to be able to handle it. Yes.
Yeah, I always say I'm my biggest volunteer. I thank God for the other volunteer. I really do. I really do.
And also the level of research that goes into, I think, 4 conferences and about maybe 5 or 6 interviews from this last play. And so that's important. I didn't realize how much work went into this, because there's so much that the audience will learn about human trafficking. And we're able to incorporate a lot of really key essential facts. And I think when people come out of the play, people will hug their daughters a lot tighter. Yes, and cover them in prayer. Yes. But there's a lot of key disturbing facts, a lot of disturbing facts as well. But we have a comedic balance as well.
Okay,
so.
good. Well, I'm excited
Yeah.
about that. I'm going to put that on my calendar. Yeah, that'd be something to go see. Yeah.
Thank you.
So if you could leave a word or a couple of words to a young person out there that they want to grow up and they want to write plays, they want to grow up and they want to be in the movies in some aspect, what would you tell them?
Oh my, pray, definitely pray. Also, there's this saying, and I learned that 10th grade, if you do what you are supposed to do, then you can do what you want to do. Take care of business. But one of the main things that God has spoken to me about that was important for me is be faithful over the small things. We were faithful over very small budgets. And if we're faithful over very small budgets, we noticed that our budget would get bigger and bigger. Because if you're not paying people or you're not taking care of business, and so it's key. It's very important. I know God is a God of order, and we do things in His order. It is in timing. It's important to take care of budgets and be very, very faithful with what we have. So,
I'm here. What I'm hearing you say is protect your name. Make sure you have a good name, a good rapport in the community, so people will come out and support you.
Yes, definitely the product. Always, I'm glad that you brought that up. Always improve on the product because I always tell people, and you heard at the conference, my first play was a train wreck. But always improve and never be satisfied with mediocrity. Always improve and do research as well. I've been married for 22 years. I'm gonna write a skit for the marriage ministry at my church, but I still need to do some research. I still need to do research. If I was writing something for the singles ministry I did last year, research. It's been 20-something years since I've been single. So research is very, very important. Yes.
So you said the first one was a train wreck, and we. Like you said earlier, we all make mistakes.
Yes.
So, but we can't I remember I had a product I was working on and I got a business loan, went through this program and I won the loan and everything and it was a train wreck. I was almost devastated.
Yes.
Well, no, I was devastated. And it, but I learned, as I learned a lot of what not to do and what to do, next time out with something else. But, sometimes, people are let a mistake. They won't do anything else.
No,
now they're too afraid, and and it make them feel so bad they don't want to do anything else.
No. Keep pushing forward and despise not small beginnings.
Right.
A lot of times, maybe your friends, my friends have a lot bigger budgets and bigger audiences, and I admire that. But despise not small your beginnings, and so just because you have to start off small, that's beautiful. Because people go without fire is in real gold. People need to see that struggle. They need to see that grind. Very, very important. When we're in the microwave type of in America, I know everybody wants everything overnight, but that may not be healthy.
May not right.
Yeah.
Right. You're so right. You're so right. Okay, well, Stacey, I am so glad you drove all the way down from Detroit to be with us today.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate you. We were kind of, having a few issues that I said, well, because I'm going to be here when she get here.
It worked out. I appreciate it.
It worked out. I really do. And I'm going to keep me posted and text me and let me know the day so I can put it on my calendar today.
December the 9th. Yes.
December the 9th.
Yes.
And so I can make it and get down there.
Right. And for people, please, to look us up on our Facebook page.
You share it again.
Stacey J Productions. Stacey, STACEY J Productions. And www.staceyjproductions.com. They can buy their tickets online as well, so they don't have to worry about a ticket outlet. They can buy them online. So.
Okay, well, another plug. I've seen one play. It was great.
Thank you.
And somebody else said the other one was great, so you don't want to miss it. Well, that's our time tonight with Inside the Haven, and thanks for watching, and talk to you later.
I know that all things are working for my good, yeah, 'cause He's intentional, yeah, never failing. I know that all things are working for my good. Yes, they are, 'cause he's intentional. Never failing, all things are working for my good. 'Cause he's intentional, Hey, never failing, all things are working for my good. 'Cause he's intentional, never failing. Oh, 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 oh.
Wow, that was Jeriahmiah Prince. Wow, that was wonderful. Your voice is awesome.
Thank you.
Your voice is older than you are. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 14.
14? Now, what grade are you in?
I'm going to the 8th.
Well, and what school will you be going to?
Burton Glen.
Burton Glen. Now, do you want to grow up and be a professional singer?
Yeah.
You do? Mm-hmm. Wow. So, are you working on, do you plan on working on a CD or anything like that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, have you had many opportunities to sing in public?
Yes.
You have? Mm-hmm. Do you sing, you sing at school sometime? You have,
Yeah.
okay.
Like talent shows.
Talent show?
Sometimes just in class when I don't got nothing else to do.
They let you sing?
Yeah, sometimes.
Really? Wow, that's amazing. So, do you like school?
It's all right.
It's all right. That's okay. Be honest. So, you brought some trophies and awards with you, didn't you?
Yeah.
Let's see what you got.
So this medal was for the I don't know what that say, but it was Winter Class Champion
Let me see.
trophy.
Yeah, that's what it said. Mystic Winter Classic Champions for basketball.
Yep.
So what position did you play in basketball?
I played point guard.
Point guard?
Yeah.
That's the one that gets to do all the shooting?
No, that's shooting guard. Like point guard is the one that like take
A lot
the
I
ball
know.
down.
Okay. You pretty good at it. You must be. You got the medal.
Everybody on the team did.
Yeah, but you have to be good though for them to be on the team. They don't let anybody on the team.
No, they don't.
Okay. Let me see what else you got.
And then this one is from T-ball. It was a long time ago. This was from 2010. This is my T-ball trophy.
T-ball.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you kind of like an all-around good guy. You do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And do it well.
I'm mostly good at basketball.
Mostly good at basketball. And what else you got?
And then this one was from racing. Like you built these wooden cars, and then you race them down the track. Then I won 3rd place, and this was also from 2010.
So you had a team of friends, and you guys built the car. You said.
It was from that was when I was doing Boy Scouts.
Okay, Boy Scouts. All right, we can put those back down. So, do you have a favorite subject in school?
It will have to be. It'll have to be either. It'll probably be science.
Science. You know, when I was going to high school, they had choir. You know, where the kids who could sing, they could take that class. I don't know if schools have that anymore. If they did, you would be a good candidate for that.
Yeah.
With that voice. Well, Mr. Prince, you look like a prince. I like your hair.
Thank you.
I want to thank you for coming and singing that lovely song for us today. And maybe we'll have you come back sometime and sing again, okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you and for being with us today for Inside the Haven, and we'll see you later.